All right, welcome back. This is episode 8, Monster Reviews Marvel Now. And Guardians of the Galaxy, what a nice surprise. Really enjoyed this title. Um, I read the point one issue, and I've read everything current on this. It's Brian Michael Bendis, a couple different artists. I can't right now think of who they are, but art was great all the way through. And Tony Stark is in this. Iron Man is in this, and it's well written, and he looks normal as opposed to how he looks in his ongoing. So that was cool. The main leader of this team. This is an awesome team. The main leader of this team is a. I learned from the point one issue. He was this um, half man. He's basically a half man, half Spartex or whatever where he's from. His name's Peter Quill. His mother found a spaceman crashed in her yard, and she fell in love. They got it on, and then born was Peter. So he's got dad issues in this. You thought that Nova had dad issues from my Nova review? No. This guy's got some major dad issues. I thought the dad was dead, to be honest, and he wasn't. We found out that he is now the prime ruler of Spartex, and he's part of this alien council, and he's playing a different type of game. And that's kind of like the main theme so far in the book is that his son has grown up and is now left Earth, but it's still his home, and he's part of this renegade group type of group that maybe they're bounty hunters or they're just protectors of the galaxy. They're their own thing, and this is a bunch of other alien misfits, including the talking raccoon. And his father, of course, doesn't like that. He wants his son to be with him and ruling and things like that. And of course, the son's got issues with his dad abandoning him and thinking he was dead for all that time. So we get a very conflicted relationship in between there with his father. But yeah, this is a really cool team because it's got Iron Man in it, and I think it's perfect. And they get the raccoon and the green girl, which I guess is Gamora, which is the daughter of Thanos. Some Martian Manhunter looking guy who goes by the name of Drex, and he's all he wants to do is fight and slash people up. You got this Root tree-like alien, and all he ever says is "I am Groot." And it's, I don't know, it never got old. It was funny to me. And then of course Peter, he calls himself Star-Lord. So it seems really cool. They alluded to some backstory in this. I'm not familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy at all. I can't believe it. But you don't need to read it. You don't need to go out and find out what's gone on before this with Guardians of the Galaxy. If anything really has, it's not prominent, at least the story in my mind. I was able to enjoy it without knowing anything. Basically, what's going on is you have all these advanced alien societies, and they have their own galactic council, and this council is discussing the fact that Earth, while they don't have the smarts and the technology to get up on their level galactically, they are concerned, though, that they aren't far off from getting there. And if that's the case, what Earth does have is tons of metahumans or superhumans and things like that cropping up all over, and there's different theories to why. Obviously, the Thanos theory is that the Infinity Gems are there, which we know that they are, because if you're reading New Avengers, you know that the Infinity Gems are on Earth. So, they're really kind of concerned, and I won't give too much away to the plot. It's just that that's the galactic concern. There is the All-Mother who is basically like, you guys need to leave Earth alone. They are protected by me. And of course, the father, Peter's father, who is the, he's playing his own game, and he's kind of got his own setup, and he's moving the pieces around. And of course, Peter doesn't buy anything that his father's trying to sell, and of course, he's become more of a thorn in his father's side than anything. So he's hunting his son down. He's hunting all these Guardians of the Galaxy down, trying to make sure that they don't stand in his way with Earth. And well, Peter has an attachment to Earth, of course, because that's his home world. That's where his mother is from. I don't know if his mom's still alive or not, but of course that's where he is from, and that's where he was born and raised. So, and of course with Iron Man in the group, Tony Stark, his concern with Earth, is being that's his home as well. So, but these guys. Just to talk about, I mean, as far as this team, this is a real fun team, and they kick ass and they have fun doing it, and you're really pumped when you read it. You laugh out loud. There's a lot of good humor, some well written dialogue, and I really like that Tony Stark is hanging around because the dialogue really shines when he's talking with like a character like the Rocket Raccoon guy. That's funny to me. Or the back and forth between him and Peter and things like that. And it's just like a well-written chemistry into this book. I love the art and the color as well as all that. And right now, I could say that I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. They have just an attitude that I appreciate. The raccoon guy goes around just killing things and then saying, "Blam, you're murdered." And the Root alien guy can only say, "I am Groot." It's just some wild stuff. There was a scene where they're partying because they like to party, and they're all they all put their glass up and they all say, "To Groot," because Groot did something to save them. And they all say, "To Groot," and his response was, "I am Groot." It just cracked me up, The "Blam, you're murdered" thing kind of got old with Rocket Raccoon. "Blam, you're murdered." It was funny at first, and it got kind of like, okay, cut it. But the "I am Groot" thing, I don't know why that's different, but that thing does not get old. Kind of like the way Timmy on South Park never got old for me either. So, but anyway, oh yeah, and I also learned that Tony Stark is a true sexual deviant. I mean, I knew he was a playboy, and I knew he liked to enjoy his time with the ladies. But this guy is beyond anything I could imagine. This guy, he is very liberal sexually. That's all I'm going to say. Just from reading the Iron Man God Killer's arc and now reading the first few issues of Guardians of the Galaxy, wow, Tony Stark. Good for you, man. Good for you. But yeah, I can't wait for the movie on this. I can see big things with a close relationship with some of the other movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, is going to feature the daughter of Thanos. I think Thanos might be a part of Guardians of the Galaxy when that comes out. Obviously, Thanos is supposed to be playing a big role in Avengers 2. From my understanding, I don't keep too up to date with a lot of the Marvel movies going on, but much respect for Marvel with their movie universe. It's not that DC is making good movies. Marvel's making some decent movies. Marvel's doing a better job of creating a universe of their movies. It seems like. You can see the structure, of course, with the Avengers and everything tying into it. They're doing a really nice job. And Guardians of the Galaxy looks like it's something that's going to fit just real nicely into that. When you look at DC, and of course they're not making a Justice League movie, but even if they had, how well would the Green Lantern movie fit into that, or the Dark Knight trilogies that came before that? But Marvel's doing us a nice job. So, but if you are not reading Guardians of the Galaxy, you should be. You should really give this book a chance. I'm glad I finally got around to catching up on it. I got Nova caught up on Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to stay current with Thanos and get myself read up on Iron Man. So I'm loving this. As I said before in the previous reviews, I'm loving the cosmic world that Marvel's creating. So I'm really appreciating that, maybe more so than I am with the Avengers titles, probably. The X-Men books have all been really great, but this kind of corner here, I might have found myself a section of Marvel that I could really follow and enjoy. So I'm loving it. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for listening, and I'll be back soon with another review of Marvel Now. Thanks a lot.